Hello and welcome back to the Efficient Skillet. My name is Willie and I hope that you're doing extremely well out there. I know that I am. Today's cooking video is brought to you by East Tex Real Estate Brokerage. The East Tex Real Estate Brokerage team is chock full of years of experience in buying and selling real estate. Whether you're looking for your dream home or investment property, the East Tex team has the experience, honesty, and hometown values that you expect. Click their ad on our top headlines page. Today we're going to cook red lentil beans. Okay, so when it comes to beans, most of us East Texans and folks down south in general, and I don't know, probably the Yankees up north too, love a good pot of beans. And I don't mean when you go and buy a can and open a can and heat it up. I'm talking about beans, dry beans that you're cooking. You put in a pan and you cook it with water or broth and put all your stuff in it. But the problem is it takes a long time. What's cool about what we're doing today with these red lentil beans, and this is a 1 pound bag you can get at Livingston Walmart. What's cool about these red lentil beans is they're very small and they cook fast. And you're talking about maybe 30 minutes max to a pot of absolutely delicious beans. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've got I could do these in the electric skillet, but I think when it comes to beans, it's just appropriate to have a pot that you cook them in. In this case, it's a medium-sized pot. And what I've done is I've turned my burner up all the way. And so what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of olive oil. I recommend the California Olive Ranch. Livingston HEB does not carry it, Livingston Walmart does. And just put just a little bit in there. Just not much, just a little bit. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a half a cup of onions. These are purple onions. You can use regular onions, yellow, white, whatever. And we're gonna put the purple onions in there. Now some of you might disagree with me on this, but I like bay leaves, and I like to put 2 bay leaves in the beans. Bay leaves add a really nice flavor. So I'm putting 2 bay leaves in there. And we're gonna take our old friend, Mr. Bamboo Spoon, and just kind of stir this around a little bit. Now this next thing we're gonna put in is really, I love this with beans, is sausage. My wife, Angel, introduced me to Zumo's sausage. This stuff is perfect for beans, and it comes in these package of links. And what I'm doing is I'm taking 3 links of the Zumo sausage sliced and throw it in there. Next I'm gonna take 3 cloves of garlic, chopped garlic, put that in there. And let's stir it around. Oh man, the smell is just so awesome. Love it. Next, I'm gonna take 3 pinches of salt. I like to use this kosher salt, you know, just whatever salt. Salt is salt, I guess, but I like kosher salt. Call me weird, I don't care. I'm putting in 3 pinches of kosher salt. We're gonna let this cook for about, I don't know, a couple of minutes before we go take our next step here. Okay, our sausages and onions and garlic and stuff bay leaves have been cooking for a couple of minutes. Next, we're gonna put in a can of rotel tomatoes. Really, really important when it comes to making beans properly. At least it is in East Texas. I don't know about those Yankees up north and stuff, but down here, we like our rotel tomatoes, we like our sausage, we like our beans. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my red lentils, and what you're supposed to do is rinse them. So what I did is I put them in this, you can't use a regular colander unless the holes are real little like this, because these lentils are very small. But anyway, just put them in one of this and run water over and run your hand through it until you're satisfied that they're cleaned pretty good. And we're gonna dump our lentils into our pan here. These things, they cook fast, so there we go. We're gonna stir that around. And next we're gonna put in 8 cups of water or broth. I'm using beef broth. You can use chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth. I'm using beef broth. I'm putting in 8 cups. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stir this around a little bit more, and then we're just gonna let it begin to boil. And once it starts to boil, we're gonna reduce our heat to simmer, and they should be ready in like 20 minutes. Okay, our beans are just about at boiling point, so what I'm gonna do is turn it down to simmer. And we're gonna put our lid back on. All right, it's been, honestly, since the water started boiling and then we reduced the heat, it's been about 10 minutes. And these lentils are fully cooked. Oh, baby. Lots of sausage. You got the nice spiciness from the rotel tomatoes. And there you go. Now these lentil beans, folks, I promise you, if you haven't had any, if you have had them, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had lentil beans before, you are in for a really nice surprise, because these things are good. So what goes good with lentils? How about some nice cornbread? Oh yeah, man, cornbread. Now you can put crackers in there. You can put, you can use buttered bread, you know, but if you want to go with the traditional, the very best in my opinion, cornbread. Oh, wow. Oh man. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Wow. Man, that is good. I gotta eat. Sorry, I apologize. Sorry. Man, this is good. Now, one optional thing when it comes to these lentil beans, you might want to throw up there is take you some regular potatoes or sweet potatoes and chop them up into little chunks about that big and throw that in there and make sure they're cooked all the way. And that adds to it also. So you might want to put some potatoes in your lentils along with the sausage and the rotel tomatoes and all that stuff. But folks, get you a nice big pot of lentil beans. Get you a nice pan of fresh made cornbread. And life is good. Well, that's just the East Texas way. You know, that's how we like to do it. So anyway, we hope you like it. We hope you try it. If you want to leave a comment below about how horrible I am for wearing Trump shirt and hat, that's okay. Do it. You can email us. Oh, and hit the subscribe button. And you can email us, efficientskillet@gmail.com. Make America great again.